All right. What is going on, everybody? Hope you all are having an amazing Thursday so far, and I hope you all are having a great week as well so far with your fit goals and crushing it. So, today, it's what we're going to go over today is I'm just going to kind of talk about my routine and what my lifestyle looks like, and hopefully, it can give you some insight and maybe some tips on how to help with your fit journey as well. So that's kind of what I'm going to cover today is like what my routine looks like, how I'm able to drop 20 pounds, build muscle, keep my strength on, well, eating pizza on the weekends and enjoying my life. So I really want to point out how, when it comes to my routine, it's going to be probably completely different than yours, and my lifestyle is probably completely different than yours as well. And this is what I tell every one of my clients is that, you know, I do this stuff all day long. This is like what I do full time. So I can go to the gym and stuff for an hour and a half, 2 hours a day and whatnot, and that's like sustainable for me. But a lot of time, that's not sustainable for a lot of you. If you have kids, you're working full time, and a lot of you probably don't even want to go do that either. And it's not even needed. It's not needed at all whatsoever. So let's dive into it, though. I just want you to take that in consideration here. And maybe you'll be able to find some tips, though, or some ideas from my routine that can help you on your fit journey. So, we'll cover five things here today. We'll cover five main topics, starting out with the goals. Right now, my current goals, for those who have been keeping up with my journey, right now, so I just got down a bulk a while ago. So I hit about 222 pounds. So I was gaining weight to build more mass and strength. Now, what I'm doing is I'm shredding down. So I'm starting to shred down. I'm losing specifically just body fat, so that way my muscles can look better, more defined. My six pack will come back, and whatnot. So I'm dropping my body fat percentage. So that's mainly the goal is just dropping body fat percentage. And when it comes to that, so I'm looking to hit maybe around 10%, maybe a little bit lower. We'll kind of see as I go there. And just kind of see what I enjoy the most, and also just until I want to switch up and start bulking again. So right now, though, we'll say about 10% body fat is a goal. I'm down about so this morning I was 201 pounds, I think. So I'm down about, let's say, 20, 21 pounds or so. To hit my goal, I might need to drop another five, maybe another 10 pounds or so, but we'll see. I don't know yet. I'm just gonna have to keep playing it week by week. But ultimately, my goal is to do that, and then I want to maintain my strength because your strength naturally will decrease if you are dropping some weight and whatnot. And I want to maintain my muscles as much as possible as well because I only want to be dropping body fat. I don't want to drop any of my muscle mass. That's why I bulked up in the first place. So I want to keep the muscle mass on as I do this. Now, also just focusing while I'm doing this, just kind of focusing on resting my shoulders some and just healing it, as you don't have to necessarily go like extremely, extremely, extremely hard when, like in my situation, I don't have to push and train as hard as I was when I was bulking during my shred, as I can focus more so on recovery now and whatnot as well. So, the next thing is I'm focusing on little areas of my body. So just wherever I can, add some mass onto it while I'm dropping this body fat. Focus on little areas like my biceps and stuff like that to help improve that. And that's kind of what my goals are right now when it comes to the fitness side of things. And my workout routine. So my workout routine right now is I'm working out 5 times per week. So typically I'll go Monday to Friday. If I have to miss a day in the week, which is very rare, if I have to miss a day in the week, then I'll go on Saturday to make up for it. But typically, I go 5 times per week, Monday all the way to Friday, and then my rest days are on the weekend, which is Saturday and Sunday. Okay? So when I go to the gym, I'm usually there for about, we'll say, an hour to an hour and a half working out. And ultimately, what my workouts kind of look like is, honestly, to be completely honest with you guys, I don't really do much cardio whatsoever. Okay, I've been able to lose this 20 pounds, get my six pack back and everything, and not go on the treadmill once, like not even once on my journey. Okay, in these past few months of shredding down. And mostly, I do a lot of movement on the weekend. I sit in this chair at this office between 10 to 13 plus hour days, working. But ultimately, on the weekends, I do get a lot of steps in, do try to hike and stuff like that as much as possible. But I do need to get my steps increased and definitely get some more movement there. That is going to be essential. Okay, so I know that, and I got to get that increased. But yeah, this is just completely honest with you guys. This is just what my routine is. So usually I'll go to the gym and I'll stay there for about an hour, hour and a half per day. I'll go 5 times per week. Now, the stuff that I'm working on right now, I guess you could say it's a mix of like bodybuilding and strength training. So that means like I'm using the weights and everything, working on stressing my muscles, but I'm doing a little bit more reps that rather than doing like 8 reps or like 10 reps, I'm doing around, yeah, 10 to 15 reps or so. And when I do that, so if I do 15 reps, then I'll rest between each set, I'll rest about 40 seconds or so. If I'm doing 12 reps, I'll rest around 45 to 50 seconds. If I'm doing 10 reps, I'll rest about a minute per set. And that's kind of like the time. Now, when I do my exercises, so ultimately, I'll usually go into the gym. So before I would do about 4 exercises for each big muscle group. Now I'm doing 3 exercises just to cut it down a little bit so I can focus more so on recovery during my shredding. So ultimately, I'll do 3 exercises for my big muscle groups, and I'll do about 1 to 2 exercises for like my little ones. So if I'm doing chest day and I want to work my shoulders after or my triceps, then I'll do about 2 exercises for those after and hit those. But most of the time, when you're when you put most of the focus on your big muscle groups, it also will hit the little ones too. So how that would typically look for you, let's just give you guys an example of what my day would be going into the gym. So I'll show up to the gym, put my gym shoes and everything on, and I'll walk over to about the short, like let's say if I'm going to do a chest day, right? I'll walk over to the shoulder press machine, I'll get my bands out. And what I'll do is I'll start very, very light on the shoulder press machine, and I'll just rep some shoulders, and then I'll just do about, we'll say about 4 sets of shoulders. And every time I start very low weight, and I slowly increase by like 10, 20 pounds or so, and I keep going all the way up to like an actual like number where I do an actual set with it. Okay, so if I have my specific number that I would usually do like my exercises, I'll warm up and slowly build up to that on my shoulders specifically because my shoulders are one of them is really bad, so I want to make sure that's good. And then I'm also taking my bands and doing some rotator cuff movement as well, just getting my body in the flow, getting it ready to exercise. And this is for my chest day. Okay, so first warm up. Okay, warm up is done. We'll say maybe takes like 5 minutes or so. We'll say, and then after I do my exercises, so I'll start out with the first one. So maybe the first one will be incline bench press. So I'll hit the incline bench press. I'll get that one done, 10 to 15 rep range, 4 sets per exercise. So I'll hit 4 sets of it. After I'm done that one, I'll go to the next one, do the same thing, do the next one, same thing. And then after all the chest exercises, then I'll hit the triceps and rep those out and get those done as well. And at the end of the workout, I can't be slacking on this one, but then I will typically stretch and get my stretching done. But I have been slacking on it, so gotta get the stretching done. And stretching usually takes 5 minutes or so. Usually get it done. So that's kind of like the workout routine there and what that looks like. So just quick recap for you: 5 times per week, about an hour, hour and a half a day. So I'm going. And focus more so on muscle building, strength training, stuff like that to maintain my muscles as I lose this weight. Okay, so that's what it looks like there for y'all. Now let's talk about my food side of things. So my food, I am one of those people who is very boring when it comes to food. I like to keep it extremely, 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 extremely simple. So that way I don't have to think. I just eat the meals. I'm satisfied. I'm happy with it, and it's aligned with my goals. So how I do that is I go shopping for food on Sundays. Okay, so Sunday evening, usually around 5 p.m., I'll go shopping, get all the groceries we need for the week, Sarah and I will, and then we'll come home and prep. Okay, get the prep ready. So that is, let's say, so my prep usually looks like this. So usually I'll prep every single lunch for the week. So Monday to Friday, I'll prep every single lunch that I'm going to eat, and I'll also prep my supper carbs. Okay, so if I'm going to have potatoes, if I'm going to have rice, whatever it may be, I'm going to prep all that for the week as well and get that done. So that way, the only meals I have to cook up, and I'm only eating 3 times per day right now, so the only meals I have to cook up is my breakfast and then also my protein for my supper. Okay, so That's what we do is we'll prep on Sundays. We'll put all the chicken in, get it all ready to go, and cook it all up. And then typically I'll put like three of my meals into the fridge. So that'll last me till Wednesday. Everything else will go into the freezer so that way it doesn't get bad. It's still really tasty when I take it out. So all I basically do is like, let's say Monday, I'll eat my meal, I'll go to the freezer, I'll replace one. Okay, Tuesday I eat my meal, go to the freezer, replace one. So that way it gives it like a day or so to unthaw, and it's like perfectly fresh and good to eat, and it's really, really good. Like even my chicken, as long as you guys don't overcook your chicken, and whatnot, then and keep it juicy, then you'll be totally fine. Like it shouldn't dry out at least. So at least that's my experience. But if you cook it too much, then it's gonna be dry no matter what. So that's what I do there, and I prep for, like I said, Monday to Friday. Sometimes I'll prep a Saturday lunch as well. And then do I count my calories? How do I track? Like, how do I actually measure it and everything? So at this stage, I don't count my calories at all. What I do is I make up my own meal plans. So I just have a software that we make all of our meal plans and stuff for the clients, and I'll just make up my own meal plan. And I'll just put in all the calories that I need to consume, and I'll just put in what, like, all of my macros and everything. I'll build the whole plan around myself from day one all the way to day seven, and I'll use that to follow. And then whenever I want to make swaps, I just go into the plan, I make little swaps, print it out, follow that. Now, when I adjust my calories and portion sizes, do the same exact thing, go in, make the little adjustments as I need to as I go. Very simple. So that's how I track. Now, what I do here, so this is a little key tip for y'all, is I know that on the weekends I typically consume more food. I'm a huge foodie. I love trying food. Like, for example, I live in this place where it's called, what is it called? It's something about Acadian Korean hot dogs or something like that we try. And it's like a Korean hot dog, and it's so unhealthy for you, but it is my cheat meal and it's so good. And my girlfriend got me addicted to them. It is a deep fried hot dog with mozzarella cheese, sugar, and cinnamon and potatoes all done up in one like pogo stick. It's so good though. It's really good. But anyways, so I like to eat out and enjoy myself on the weekends and do stuff like that, restaurants and whatnot with my girlfriend, and try new foods. So I know that I do that. So therefore, what I do during the week is I'll cut my calories out. Okay, so in the week I'm okay with eating less food in the week because I'm still going to stay full the way I do it. But that will allow me to save more room for when Saturday and Sunday comes around and I want to have my cheat meals and I can eat those more without stressing about going over my calories. Because let's say, on through Monday to Friday, I'm doing less calories, so it helps and it kind of balances it out from my goal. So I'm still going to be losing weight, if that makes sense. So that's kind of how my tracking system works there. Now, my weekends, usually what I'll do on from Monday to Friday, I'll eat. So this is how it looks. So I'll eat my breakfast in the morning. I have my lunch at around 2 p.m. or so, and then 2:30 p.m. And then I will have my dinner around 6:30 to 7 p.m. And then I'll have a protein shake after the gym when I get home. Okay, and I have a protein shake with my lunch as well. When it comes to caffeine intake, I will have caffeine in the morning about an hour to 2 hours, no, about 2 hours after I wake up in the morning. So with my breakfast, and that will keep me full for quite a while. And then I'll have another caffeine, either caffeine pill or I will have another coffee. And I put cream in my coffee. Everyone, like, if I don't have any cream, I'll drink it black. I don't really care anymore, honestly. But I prefer a little bit of cream and stuff, and I don't really let the little numbers like bother me because there's no point. You're better to focus on the overall picture rather than stressing yourself out about the little things. So, and this is what I tell my clients too. Like, if you want to add in a little bit of veggies and like salad and stuff like that, like you can, because it's just such a small amount that it doesn't really matter that much. Just watch out for the sauces though. So that's what I do there though. So I'll have my 3 meals per day plus the snack, I guess we could say, at nighttime. I do that Monday to Friday, and I eat at the same exact times every single day, at least as best as possible, because, like, if I have a call or anything like that, meetings or client calls and stuff, then I attend to those and I'll just eat right after and just work around it. But that's what I do there, and that's very, 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 very consistent and structured out. So That helps me stay aligned with my goals and makes everything in my life 20 times easier so I don't have to think about it and whatnot. Because I spend a lot of hours in the day working, so it's just very simple, very just not robotic, but routine like. Now, the weekend though, so Saturday and Sundays, typically what I'll do here, knowing that I'm going to eat a little bit more food. This, and I hope this is helpful for you guys. It's kind of just rambling on about my routine, but I really hope it helps you in your fit journey. So on Saturday and Sundays, I'll usually have about two meals on those days. So I'll have like a good breakfast. So I'll wake up in the morning. I wake up quite early so I can work in the morning, and then when my girlfriend wakes up and stuff and whatnot, and I'm done work, we'll say on Saturday. I usually get done work maybe around like 1:30 or so p.m. And then that's when we'll eat, unless my girlfriend gets hungry and she wants me to eat earlier with her. But typically, we'll say I eat around 12 p.m. for my first meal on Saturday, and that'll keep me full most of the day, and I'll have some caffeine or a protein shake and keep myself full of the day. And then I usually will have a good big supper, and that's when we eat out. So we'll go to a restaurant, we'll enjoy ourselves, we'll get some dessert, whatever it may be, and really, really indulge and enjoy ourselves. And that's kind of what my Saturday looks like there. And then if I do eat early, though, I'll just have like smaller meals for the day and then make room for the big meal. And then Sunday is very similar as well. I'll have my lunch, or sorry, well, I'll have my breakfast around like 10 to like 12 or so p.m., 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then that'll keep me full. Maybe I'll have a little snack here throughout the day. And then after that, we'll go get groceries and we'll get the groceries done. We'll prep the food and everything for the week and then also have supper there as well. Sometimes I have two cheat meals in the weekend. Like sometimes we'll eat out on Saturdays and then also order something in on Sundays as well. It just kind of depends on the week and what we're working on and how well we did and whatnot. Um, and that's kind of how that goes there, though. So ultimately, that's kind of my weekend approach there, my cheat meal strategy, I guess you could say. And the next thing is so with my food, so like with my rice and stuff, I do put my soy sauce in. I have the coffee with cream. I prefer like when I cook the eggs and everything in the morning, like putting spices in, like peppers and stuff like that. A lot of egg whites I put in, high protein. Just trying to think about little things I add in. So here's a key thing. So I don't use any oils anymore, like no oils at all on my food. I'll use butter. Okay, so like just natural butter. Right now we got the bad butter, but usually try to get like just original actual butter, and because we try to stay away from oils in general, like in total. So we don't use any oils when we're cooking. Like if I cook chicken, if I'm cooking steak on a pan, whatever it may be, no oils at all. Just either butter, water, or just nothing at all. Okay, so yeah, actually. Isn't that funny? I put a little bit of water in it if you put it in the oven and stuff, and it can help a lot. So that's a little history there. Now that's my food side of things. And right now I think I'm consuming around anywhere between 2,300 to 2,500 calories on average. That's like my range. So I usually will drop about, depending on the week, I can drop around zero point 0.5 pounds or so per week or so right now. That's all I want to do because I want to do it more sustainably. I want to do it in a way where I'm going to keep my muscle mass on. And that's the goal for me personally right now. If I want to lose quicker, I could. So supplements, okay. I know a lot of you were curious about supplements, so I'll talk about supplements a little bit. So my supplements that I take right now, oh shoot, I have to go here. So I'll go a little quicker, but I'll break down the rest here next time. So my supplements, everybody, right now is creatine pre-workout with no caffeine in it. And then I take caffeine pills or coffee, so just caffeine in general there. Vitamins, so multivitamin here and there, especially if I'm not getting out in the sun. And then also magnesium and zinc sometimes as well. And then Tomcat Elite is another supplement I take. And then protein powder shakes as well. ISO whey protein is like my go-to. Okay, so I'll take about two protein shakes a day usually as well. One with lunch and then one in the evening. Remember, this is my routine. I'm not recommending anything to you, and a lot of my clients have completely different approaches and whatnot and routines. This is just my routine. I'm hoping it can help you out in some sort of way. Other little things before I go that I want to share with y'all is I get 7 hours a night consistently. This is very key for me. This is very, very, very important. I make sure that I always get 7 hours a night. I try. Sometimes I don't always get it. I will get a little bit less than 10 hours, but like most of the time I'll get around that. For you ladies, you should be getting around 9 hours per night. I try to sleep and wake up at the same exact times, except for on weekends. I a little more slack there.
Oh, there we go. The next thing here is I meditate every single morning and prep myself mentally before every single day. So I am huge on like the mental side of things, getting your mental on track. So motivating videos, reading personal development books, meditating for some time and getting yourself in that good zone. So you can handle the day and what life is going to throw at you. Now, the next thing is a few other details. So I use pepper, salt, oregano, hot sauce, and steak spices when I'm cooking. That's like pretty much it. So whenever I cook any kind of meals and stuff, those are like the components that go into it usually. Okay, I like to put a good amount of salt in things too. And then lastly, like I mentioned, the butter section. So anyways, that is the training for today, everybody. I got to hop off. I got a call coming up, but I hope this helped you out on your fit journey. If you made it this far, leave leave a smiley face down below in the comments. If you have any questions for me, comment down below as well about anything in my routine. And if you need any kind of help on your weight loss journey and you want to lose anywhere between 20 to like 30 pounds before you put a bathing suit on this year, then message me CH as well, and we can see if I can possibly help you get there. All right, you guys all have an amazing, amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you later.